So here I have another combo of Reflections, SWCCG, and the Star Wars Miniatures game. Most of these videos I've done with my brother Brett, but doing these on my own for now to make sure I have enough videos to hold people over until I'm back with my brother. Maybe we'll open some more. Starting with the Rebel Storm. Alright. It's not my best work, but we eventually got it done. Alright, so let's see what we got here to begin with. Starting off with a Jawa. So they got Ion Gun, they're pretty good against droids. Twi'lek Scoundrel, used as a stand-in for Bib Fortuna, but I haven't like in a scenario in the Ultimate Missions, but not sure I've ever seen anybody use them otherwise. They have Cunning Attack, but I don't even think they have Stealth. We'll check when we get to the card. Bothan Spy. Again, I don't think these guys have Stealth, but they have Grenades. And Horrible Defense. These guys, Cunning Attack means if you're attacking an enemy who hasn't activated yet, you get a bonus damage and attack against them. But both these guys have such low damage that such low defense that it's tough. Alright. Whoops, not sure if you saw that, but that was our rare. Regular Snow Trooper. So that's basically an elite Rebel Trooper and a Snow Trooper are analogs of each other. I like these guys, the Imperial officers. They give a free attack to somebody. And our last card, or piece before the rare, is a Hoth Trooper. You know, now that I think about it, I wonder if a Hoth Trooper and a Snow Trooper have basically the same stats. Because an elite Rebel Trooper and an elite Stormtrooper are very different. But our rare is the Mighty Chewbacca. Kind of have a bunch of this guy already, but he's a main character, so it's hard to be too bummed. Although I guess all the characters were main characters. All the rares were main characters in Rebel Storm. It's kind of funny because the ones you wanted the most were the non-unique ones like Scout Troopers on speeder bikes or probe droids or Wampas, so they were much larger than these figures we see here, and they have better sculpts, I think, and they were more valuable. Okay, so Cunning Attack, melee attack. I thought, oh, does he have Stealth? Nope, it's just melee attack. Grenades and 11 defense, so hopefully you can throw one grenade before they get you. A non-unique Fowler can make an immediate attack, and it's attacks only, so if you did want to, well, I know they're on separate factions, but like grenades doesn't count as an attack. It's an ability that replaces attacks, so as far as I recall, you can't even, since it says attack and not an action that replaces attacks, you can't even use a special ability. Okay, so there's a Hoth Trooper and a Snow Trooper. I guess a Hoth Trooper and a Snow Trooper are basically the counterparts of each other, which makes sense. So the dark side gets more defense, and the light side gets more attack. And then Chewbacca, I mean, 100 HP for 24 points. I think back in the day that was probably pretty good. And Cleave and Momentum, too. I mean, honestly, I think in Rebel Storm he was probably a pretty good piece. Against Troopers, he's really good. You run up, attack somebody with plus 12 attack. If you hit him, you're probably going to kill him with 30 damage, and then you cleave and attack another adjacent enemy. And this would work if you go right between two enemies, more or less. So if you can somehow get adjacent to two at once without taking an attack of opportunity for running past an enemy, I mean, it seems like it'd be pretty good. But there's a newer Chewie that has, I think, all the same abilities and Bodyguard. And a high HP character with Bodyguard, it's hard to pass him up for 6 extra points. I don't open Reflections too often. They can be very, very grim pack openings, but especially since they're very rare and expensive packs. So I think that's our foil. Not too sure. Gosh, that could be the premium. They're so shiny, at least on that side. All right. I'm gonna say these are probably the. That is so tough to tell. Interesting. And I don't open these enough to know what the order is. And it's hard to tell from the back which is a foil and which isn't, but this could be the foil. All right. So we'll see. What was that? The card I thought was the foil. 3 cards in. Okay, I'll be very careful. If I see even a hint of shine, I'll stop and move it to the back. Okay. Problem is the older cards kind of stick together a little bit. They don't have a lot of gloss. So, I mean, this isn't bad. 2 pretty good uncommons. And Trendoceans. I remember getting these back in the day, thinking they were really cool. A Power 3 character was a big deal. I didn't know what attrition was, but yeah, just kind of cool that they had all the species there, all those ones that I had fought in Dark Forces. I think Dark Forces I spent a lot of time playing that back in the day. That was kind of the only Star Wars game I had for a while. Chevin. So like, oops. Okay. That was the foil. All I saw that it was that it was an Imperial. So we're gonna move. All right. I really want to make sure this is the last card. Okay, so the Chevin, then the foil. All right. That's probably a pretty good sign that it's an Imperial. It could be something like Simulu or Janus Grijatis, which I think are very rare foils, but a lot of them are super rare foils. Or better. It wasn't the Emperor, and it wasn't Mara Jade from what I could tell, but it could be something pretty good. Cloud City sites. Oh, here's the premiums. So we got a pretty good premium card, Talon card. And then our next card, unless I scrambled the order, is the combo card. Okay. Shocking Information and Grimtash. Not a bad card, but you could do a lot worse in these packs. An Endor card in a Reflections 2. This is interesting. To be honest, these videos, I don't always post them in the order I film them. Sometimes I get mixed up, or sometimes I want to do certain themes, but if you probably by the time you've seen this video, if you watch me open Reflections 3 packs, you've seen me open Death Star 2 cards in those, and now we're opening Reflections 2 cards and getting Endor. Pretty sure I've never gotten Endor in a Reflections 2, so that is interesting if these are like later runs of those or earlier runs, and it's hard to say. And I get these boxes from so many different sources, and I don't really check serial numbers or anything that, oh, is this an early run or a late run? And I think maybe in the later sets maybe they stopped doing serial numbers. I don't know all the details, but this is kind of surprising that I'm getting Endor cards in here. And is it? It's 1999, so yeah, if it was 2000, that actually could have been a starter deck one in it. And it's also got the same roller lines that Reflections 1 foils I see on sometimes. Now we got a Power Pivot to White Border Premier. I want to be really careful not to show the foil, but whenever I take White Border Premier off a stack, it kind of sticks to the card behind it. Alright, Special Edition. Tashi Station. Really cool text on this one where you get bonus activation. The power of your highest forfeit character here. I think I've had to read that one a couple times. First time I tried to use it. Oh yeah, so we got our Chevin. We got our character here. It's an Imperial. A lot depends on its deploy and forfeit. So let's check that out. 3 and 6. Oh, I think this is Moff Jerjerrod. Yeah, so I think it's a super rare foil, and he's one of those guys that he's not a main character, and he's not like just behind the main characters like guys like Wedge or I don't know. I guess Bosk and Wedge are in the same tier, but he's almost up to that level where it's like even as late as Death Star 2, if a guy had ability 3 and he would be somewhere in the realm of definitely not a scrub. And actually that is, at least in this light, a really cool looking foil. So he's got a nice shiny hat and uniform there. Okay. I was hoping it was Lord Vader, but it wasn't. And which makes sense, because it's hard to get an ultra rare foil, but I got a Jerjerrod and a Talon card. Those are two of those characters I would say are in the just below supporting character level type things. So I don't ever really done the tiers out, but you know, this is like not Wedge level, but maybe Wedge's Snowspeeder level sort of thing. So pretty good Reflections 2-pack, and kind of an exciting one too. Got an Endor card, and I actually do like decks that use this guy in order to try to make the Death Star operational. So I hope you enjoyed that video with the 2 different games. Maybe if you're into one and not the other, you learned something about the other one you didn't know. And in any case, I hope you tune in for more videos.